The United States enters the 2026 World Cup as a host nation, but also as a team under enormous pressure. A golden generation with European experience, a high profile coach in Mauricio Pochettino, and a home crowd expecting results. But here's the reality: this team has the talent to compete and the flaws to collapse early. My name is Alejandro Mendez, a football video analyst, and today we break down why the USA cannot afford to fail in the 2026 World Cup tactically, structurally, and statistically. First of all, we need to understand the Pochettino problem. Pochettino was hard to build an identity, but we need to understand that he still hasn't found his team. He switches between a back four, back five, and back three. He tests players who weren't part of the previous call-ups, and the results, they were poor results, including a heavy loss to Belgium and a Gold Cup final defeat against Mexico, and today a defeat against Germany. Even then, that they were allowed to compete. The USA wants to press high, dominate the ball, and play the Pochettino football, as they play with Chelsea and Tottenham. But the squad's inconsistency forces constant adaptation, and this tactical instability is the biggest red flag heading into the World Cup. We also need to understand that this is the golden generation of the USA, but they have massive gaps. From midfield to forward, the USA has real talent. When Christian Pulisic is the face of American football, he's the creative hub. Weston McKennie is underrated, versatile, and an essential in build-up. He's pretty much a box-to-box midfielder with Juventus. Following Balogun, a modern striker with pace and movement with Monaco. And Timothy Weah, he gives verticality with, and he's actually a transitional threat. But the USA has the talent, but not enough to impose their style on every opponent. The attack is strong, the midfield is functional, but the defense is where everything becomes unstable. The USA defensive structure is the biggest reason why they can't afford failure. Richards loses the most duels among defenders. Tim Ream, the veteran leader, is 38 and might struggle physically. Cardoso, who is not going to be in the call-up, we will see. He's not going to be in the call-up. Who would have been a key pivot, he's injured and out. And the back line is a puzzle with no clear answer. There are doubts in defense and the double pivot. And in a group with Paraguay, Turkey, both more solid and more consistent, this becomes a real threat. Now, the tactical identity. What actually works in the USA? Despite the flaws, the USA has a tactical identity sometimes that can work. They have high pressing against Portugal. The USA press aggressively with McKennie and Morris stepping high, and this is when the team looks most dangerous. Pulisic, as a free man as well as a number 10, constantly drifts inside, receives between lines, and acts as a creative engine. They also have wide threat through Weah. Weah's ability to play as a winger or wingback gives Pochettino flexibility, and the ball progression through McKennie. McKennie forms the box with Pulisic in the build-up or Tyler Adams connecting midfield and attack. When the USA plays vertically, aggressively, and with freedom for its stars, they look like a team capable of beating anyone, or at least beating mid-tier teams in the world. But why they can't fail? First of all, they're hosting a World Cup, and that changes everything. Pulisic himself said that this generation is more than individual talent. This is the moment to prove it. The group is brutal, with Paraguay superior, Turkey superior, and the USA could realistically finish third or fourth. We need to understand that also this project has future. If the USA fails, Pochettino is likely gone. I mean, he's pretty much already gone. He's a lot of rumors telling that he's going to go to Milan as the head coach. This will probably be Pochettino's last adventure with the USA. And this is a massive opportunity because this is the most talented American squad ever assembled at home with global attention, with a generation playing in Europe's top league. Failure will set the project back years. My conclusion in this aspect is that the USA is a team of contradictions. They are talented but inconsistent. They're ambitious but unstable. They're dangerous in attack and vulnerable in defense. But with Pulisic, McKennie, Balogun, Weah, Richards, and Tyler Adams, and with a home crowd behind them, and with the pressure of hosting the world, this is the moment that the USA must deliver, not just for results, but for the future of soccer or football in their country. If you enjoyed this type of analysis, please subscribe. I also have an Instagram and a TikTok account. They are in my description. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.